Hey, what's going on everybody? So today we're going to be doing a review of the HomePod Mini. So let's go ahead and just jump right into this. Okay, so first off, I want to explain why this review took so long. So the HomePod Mini came out, November 2020. I decided to wait a few months. I actually got this one at the end of December of 2020. And I did my unboxing video. It's on the channel. You guys can go check it out. But in that unboxing video, you may have noticed that Siri did not work. I didn't know what the problem was. I reset this thing so many times, unplugged it, plugged it back in, did all that stuff, and she still refused to work. It would always give me the having trouble connecting right now, please try again later message. Now for me, this wasn't really a big deal because the only reason why I have a smart speaker is for music. I just AirPlay my music straight to this speaker, and that's that. But it was kind of annoying that, well, half of this device didn't even work because there's two parts to a smart speaker. The speaker and the assistant. So the assistant wasn't working, so I basically just had a expensive speaker, right? Anyways, I was hoping that this was going to be software related, and it turns out that I think I was right because this has had several releases of HomePod OS since I've had it. Now, the first couple that came out, I believe it was 14.2 and 14.3, those didn't work. They just did not work. So 14.2 and 14.3, pretty much what happened was when I installed those, Siri would start working for about a day and then it would quit again. So that was why I thought, okay, maybe this is actually just software related and it'll be fixed eventually. Well, the latest HomePod OS to come out, which is 14.4, has solved my problem. Now, knock on wood, this thing could stop working tomorrow, but it has been working ever since the latest HomePod OS came out. So, if you've had issues with your HomePod Mini not working Siri-wise, let me know in the comments down below, and let me know if HomePod OS 14.4 fixed it for you, because mine appears to be working just fine. Tell me a joke.
I accidentally swallowed some food coloring. The doctor says I'm fine, but I feel like I've died a little inside.
How many ounces are in a cup?
1 cup. Sorry. Starting again, 1 cup is 8 fluid ounces.
Well, that was a little weird. What is 2 plus 2?
2 plus 2 is 4.
Okay, well, she had a little hiccup there, but hey, it's working now, so that's all that matters, right? So why did I buy this? Well, I had a Google Home Mini before this, and again, I used it only for music purposes. Well, the HomePod Mini came out, and everybody knows that, well, I'm an Apple fanboy. I didn't want to spend the $300 on a full-size HomePod, so this really solved the problem for a lot of people, because I'm sure everybody else was in the same boat. I don't want to spend that much on a smart speaker. So this is $99, which is a lot better, still on the high side when you compare it to some of the competition, but it is really good sounding, and I think it's worth the money. So the design of the HomePod Mini, well, this thing is tiny. Now I knew it was going to be small when I got it, but I didn't know how small it was actually going to be. This thing is only 3 inches tall, and it's a little circular shape. Some people said they didn't like the design of it, but I think it's okay. I mean, what other kind of design are you going to do with it? It's made out of this like kind of meshy, kind of squishy little material here, and it feels like, I don't know how to explain it, you just have to touch it, but it's a very nice feeling speaker, pretty quality feeling as well. If you just look around it, there's really not much to see other than the speaker itself. On the bottom it has this little rubber kind of, well, it's not really rubber, but it's a little pad here so you can set it down somewhere and it will prevent it from sliding around. And then on top of it you have, well, we got a glare going on top of it you have a little touch screen. So you have touch controls up here, plus and minus for your volume, and then also this is where Siri will light up all colorful on top to let you know that it's active. On the back of it you have a braided cable, which is really nice, but this cable is not meant to be removed. And something a little odd about the HomePod Mini is the cord, or not the cord, the adapter, the wall adapter that comes with this is actually the fast charging brick, and it's white. So I got a space gray HomePod Mini, but I got a white adapter. So that might bother some people. Really the only way you can solve it is to either hide the plug, which I'm sure most people will be doing anyways, or you can actually just buy the white HomePod Mini and it'll all match for you. So the sound quality, well, that's what everybody wants to know, right? Now this speaker has several tricks up its sleeve. So this has 360-degree audio, so it plays all the way around this entire speaker, and it also has computational audio. So it's gonna know where it's placed. So if I place it against the wall, it'll obviously know that and put more coming out the front of the speaker. In my situation in here, it's actually back in this corner. You can't really see it, but I can definitely tell that more is coming this way than going that way. So it has the computational audio, and that also helps it make this thing sound a lot more potent than it actually is. Probably the biggest surprise for me was the bass of this speaker. I mean, this thing really kicks. It's pretty impressive. Also, when you turn it all the way up, it does not distort or anything like that. Now, to me, like no more than halfway, after you go halfway volume, this thing starts getting a little unbearable. I mean, it's a pretty loud little speaker. Now, I'll go ahead and play just a quick copyright-free song, just to let you kind of hear it a little bit, but let me tell you, videos never do it justice. You really gotta either go to an Apple store or another store and try this thing out in person, but let's go ahead and do just a quick little test here.
I'll find valid in your eyes. You'll always be my night sky. You'll always be my night sky.
So you can hear that it gets pretty loud, and it definitely has a kick to it, so it's a really, really good sounding speaker. They definitely, that computational audio is definitely good at making it sound like a big speaker, and that's really good. Now you can also, of course, get two of these and make them a stereo pair, so either for like your Apple TV or your computer. So you can get two of these just like you could the big HomePod and make them a pair. So let's talk about Siri. So Siri, like I said, she wasn't working, but now she's working pretty good here on the HomePod Mini. Obviously, you can use it to control many different things. If you have any smart home lights or stuff like that, you can get Siri to do that for you. She also recognizes different voices, so you could, if you have a whole lot of family in your household or something, she'll know who is talking to it. And also, that is where you could use personal requests. So you could tell Siri to read your text messages, for example, and she'll know whose text messages to read. So that's pretty cool as well. Also, the intercom feature, so you can tell Siri to let everybody know something or play it throughout the house or something like that. So intercom feature here with Siri too. Now, is Siri the best assistant out there? No. I don't know why she's still so far behind when you compare it to Amazon or Google, but it's getting better and better. Also, you can tell Siri now to play third-party music, so Pandora, iHeartRadio, TuneIn Radio. Spotify's not available yet, which is kind of a bummer, but yeah, they're kind of expanding it out more. I mean, they're probably realizing they have to, right? Because you can easily do many more things with an Echo device or a Google Home device. But yeah, Siri is pretty responsive. It's crazy how this thing can hear you. You can literally whisper. So watch this. Hey Siri. Look at that. Came right up. Tell me a joke.
I didn't find that on Apple Music.
Oh, of course you didn't. Well, she didn't hear that. But anyways, it's crazy. I mean, I could be standing on the other side of the room and whisper, and this thing hears you, which is kind of creepy, but whatever. Something else I noticed, there's no like mute button on here. You actually have to turn the hey you know who off, and you can actually tell it to turn it off, but then you would have to you can hold down on top of this to activate Siri that way. But yeah, Siri overall getting better over time, but it needs to happen much faster, I think, in my opinion. Now this one also has handoff, so even if you have an older phone like the iPhone 10 like I do, now I'm actually using it to record, so I can't show you that, but all you got to do is just play a song, and you just take your phone, bump it up into it like that, and it'll hand it off to the HomePod. And then it also works the other way around. So if something's playing on here, take your phone, put it up to it, and it brings it back to your phone. Now, my phone doesn't have the recognition, like the spatial recognition thing. So as you get closer, your phone vibrates more and more. I've heard that's kind of annoying for some people, and they've actually ended up having to turn it off because of how sensitive it is. And I could see how that could be a little bit annoying, but it's nice to see that handoff still works even on an older device. So would I buy the HomePod Mini again? Well, I think so, absolutely. I'm actually considering maybe getting another one to try the stereo pairing, but overall this is a pretty good little smart speaker. I definitely recommend it only if you're in the Apple ecosystem, which most people are, because many things still just work much better when you have an iPhone or another Apple device. The sound quality of this thing is really, really good. Sounds just as good as the bigger brother HomePod. Obviously that one sounds better, but this one does a great job of mimicking sound of a bigger speaker, and I think that was really the most surprising thing to me when I first got this and listened to it for the first time, is just how good this thing actually sounds. Now again, this thing is $99, and when you compare that to competition, I mean, you could get like a Google Home Mini for what, like 20 something bucks when you find them on sale. You can get the newer Echo, I think that one's about $100, and it's bigger. And then there's another Google one that is also around that $100 mark. So this doesn't really slot in, I don't think, with like an Echo Dot or a Google Home Mini. I think this slides more into the slightly bigger ones, like the Echo, that more circle one out there, and the other Google device. But yeah, I would definitely recommend, if you're considering one of these, to listen to it in person, try it out yourself, either like an Apple Store or a Best Buy. But yeah, overall, HomePod Mini, pretty impressive for this little speaker. But anyways, that's all I got for you today. Again, let me know in the comments below if you were having the Siri issues with your HomePod Mini. But that's all I got for you guys today. Thanks for watching. As always, be sure to click that subscribe button and hit that like button if you enjoyed the video, and I'll catch you on the next one.